Hello, students. Hope all of you are fine. Welcome to your English class. Students, today we are going to read unit number 11 with the name of The Scholar from Oxford Reading Circle, Book 8. Students, this is second edition, so we start our lesson. This is a poem. Let's read the poem together. This poem is written by Robert Southey. My days among the dead are past. Around me I behold, where these casual eyes are cast, the mighty minds of old. My never-failing friends are they, with whom I converse day by day. With them I take delight in weal and seek relief in woe. And while I understand and feel how much to them I owe, my cheeks have often been bedewed with tears of thoughtful gratitude. My thoughts are with the dead. With them I live in long past years. Their virtues love, their faults condemn. I'll take their hopes and fears, and from their lessons seek and find instruction with an humble mind. My hopes are with the dead, anon my place with them will be, and I with them shall travel on through all futurity, yet leaving here a name, I trust, that will not perish in the dust.
A. Question 1. What do you think the poet means by the first line of the poem? What thoughts is he having about his own life? Answer. The poet could mean by the first line of the poem that he is done with his studies of historical thinkers and philosophers, and can now take place among the living. He is thinking about his own life, that he can now play an active role in society and contribute through knowledge, as great people in the past did. 2. What do you think the poet owes to these dead people? Answer. I think the poet believes that he owes everything to those dead people, that is, the immensely valuable knowledge they have given him. 3. Does the poet hold these dead people in awe? Answer. The poet holds these great people in awe. He has great respect for them, so much so that he even cries out of gratitude. 4. What thoughts does the poet have about his own death? Answer. The poet thinks about his own death as almost near. He thinks that soon he too will be among these great people who have passed away. 5. What does the poet hope to leave behind when he is no more? Answer. When he is no more, the poet hopes to leave behind his name that will be remembered by people. 6. Do you also want people to remember you when you are gone? What would you like to be remembered by? Answer. Yes, I want people to remember me for my good deeds after I am gone.
B. Poetry. 1. What is the rhyming scheme of the poem? Is the rhyming scheme the same for each verse? Answer. The rhyming scheme of the poem is AB, AB, CC. The rhyming scheme is the same for each verse. 2. How many feet are there in each line? Are these consistent throughout the poem? Answer. There are 4 feet in the first line and 3 feet in the second. This is repeated in the third and fourth lines. However, the fifth and sixth lines of each verse have 4 feet each. 3. Why do you think the word where is written thus? Why is it not written wherever? Answer. The word where is written instead of wherever, so that the meter of the line is not lost. Elegant. Elegant is the suppression of a vowel or syllable in pronouncing a word for the sake of meter. For example, 'tis the voice of the lobster. I heard him declare, "You have baked me too brown. I must sugar my hair." The first word should be "it is," but the meter of the line will be lost if the line had been written thus. To shorten the line by one syllable, the poet has used "'tis," one syllable, rather than "it is," two syllables. Find two examples of Ilion in the poem. Answer is where bedewed. C. Words and meaning. It is important to choose precisely the word you want. Find words from the first stanza of the poem which have a similar but not exactly the same meaning as the following. 1. Amid. Meaning is among. 2. Watch or see. Meaning is behold. 3. Informal. Meaning is casual. 4. Forceful. Meaning is mighty. 5. Stable. Meaning is never failing. 6. Communicate. Meaning is partake. D. Discuss and write. Who, if anybody, has inspired you in life? Is there somebody you admire and respect? Why? Students, here you can write any personality you admire in your life. My answer here is yes, there is somebody I admire and respect, and that is Quaid-e-Azam. He was our great leader. He worked hard day and night for the freedom of the Muslims of subcontinent. He was true leader who stood for the favor of Muslims, and after a long struggle he got freedom and fought war against British without shedding drop of blood. After the existence of Pakistan, he strived hard to establish favorable environment for the migrants and did not cure his decreasing health and continue hard work caused his death.
Thanks for watching and listening. If you like my videos, please like and share it, and do not forget to subscribe my channel.